You have to lie on essentially a big piece of plastic and then just squirm your body around as if you're some kind of worm that is out of control. Simon Miller here. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having the best day of your entire life. I hope when you woke up this morning, somebody was just standing over you with a cupcake and they told you this cupcake is calorie-free, but also filled with protein and also going to get you super jacked. It's just the kind of world I want to live in. But Gerald the Fitness Mascot, he says hello to you too. People now start sending messages to Gerald the Fitness Mascot, who is just a penguin. You have no idea how happy that makes me. And in return for such nice messages, today we are going to talk about the rubbish exercises that are secretly really, really good for you. And when I say rubbish exercises, I basically just mean one that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to do them. You think about it, you're like, I'm not going to do that, but you should, because especially when it comes to longevity in the gym, I personally think, just my opinion, that they're really going to help. And the first one is foam rolling. Now, let's be honest. Nobody wants to foam roll. It's really boring. You have to lie on essentially a big piece of plastic and then just squirm your body around as if you're some kind of worm that is out of control. Let's not pretend anybody wants to do that. Again, if you woke up and there was a genie above you and they said you can do anything you want today, you're not going to say, can I just foam roll for the entire day? Because it absolutely sucks. However, the reason you should do it is nice and simple. The first is that essentially it's basically like a deep tissue massage. So it helps tight muscles, it breaks down scar tissue, it puts more blood into the muscle, which is going to help with numerous things. I mean, you can pay a bunch of money to get this done, and you absolutely should if you can afford it, because nothing's going to be better than that. But you can also buy a foam roller for like a £10 note if you should want to, which is what, about 12, 13, 14, 15 bucks, and get a similar effect in your house. And that is massively important, especially because it also helps the fascia tissues, which connects muscles together, and it means that it keeps you loose. And that means it's going to help your muscular performance, it's going to improve your motion and mobility. It also helps muscle soreness, and it can also help prevent injury. Now again, I'm not saying that any of these are some magical thing that you can do and all of a sudden you're going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger, but what I am saying is that it's something that can give you the extra 1-2%, and also something you should absolutely be doing, like I say, for long-term health and long-term benefits. There's a reason anytime you see any kind of athlete training, they talk about doing foam rolling, or professional wrestling, something I love. You see all the big guys, Triple H, John Cena, Batista, they all talk about foam rolling. You can do it for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. I think most people aim for around about half an hour. I don't do that. I try and do 15 minutes 3 times a week, or as and when I feel a bit sore and I feel like I need it. But I cannot advocate any stronger for buying a foam roller and just trying to take care of yourself. I promise you shall see the benefits. Which moves us on to the next one, which is stretching. Now this falls into the same category as foam rolling. Nobody wants to stretch. Look how stupid stretching is. I mean, what am I doing right now? I'm just putting my body into strange positions. It looks like I'm a mime artist. When you start stretching, people think you're a mime artist, and if you leave a hat in front of you, people will probably throw you coins because they think you're doing some kind of busking on the street. You're not. You're just trying to stretch out your muscles. Now, try and never do it before you do a workout, because that can actually lead to injury. But if you do it afterwards, or you just do it randomly in the week, yoga's a great thing to do. But if you just do it randomly, the biggest thing it will do is it will increase your range of motion again. I know that we just talked about that, but maybe you haven't kind of understood the benefits when it comes to lifting weights. And the reason it's so essential is because you already know it goes after muscles that are super tight. So, for example, let's say that your hamstrings are tighter than pickle jar lid. You're probably only activating a smaller percentage of the overall muscle, which means you can't train the whole thing. When you stretch it out and you make it all supple, then all of a sudden your body naturally will start using more of it, and the bigger the percentage of muscle you work, the more muscle's going to grow. That's just basic maths. It's also going to make your life easier for that reason. Once again, it's going to help your flexibility, and it's going to prevent injury. And also, if you do it after a workout, you just give yourself 5-10 minutes to stretch, you're going to calm the body down. Because working out, you put your body under so much stress, and as soon as you can bring those cortisol levels, your stress hormone down, and you're going to be more chilled, you can start entering the recovery zone. And that's not a level from Sonic, but it is where you want to be when you just finished working out. Next up is cardio. We all hate cardio. We all know this. We talked about it before. Even the people that go, I love running. I go running every day. No, they don't. They're just saying it because they spent £200 on shoes, and they need to mentally convince themselves that it's true. I am, of course, joking. If you love running, 2 thumbs up for you. I respect it. But the 3 major reasons you should be doing it, even though it does suck, is that your health is going to be better. And I say it time and time again, I'll say it once more, health and fitness, the word there is health. It's going to improve your heart, you're going to lose fat, but also you're going to get yourself in better physical condition. And if you can get yourself in the best physical conditioning possible, when you're in the gym and you're doing bench press or deadlifts or lat pull down, whatever, if your body is able to put up with more, then you are going to be able to lift more. Like, you have to be in shape, you have to be fit. The best way to do that is cardio. Now, you need to make sure you're balancing out. You don't want to do too much so you start eating into your muscle, and you don't want to be doing too less so you're not doing anything. But I'm pretty sure if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I think whether you're bulking or cutting, you should always do some kind of cardio, just add in more calories, because for starters, it's so much harder to add it back in if you haven't done it for a while. But also, it helps you. It does help you. It's really, really important, and I believe it to be really, really essential. And I used to be the same. I was terrified of cardio. As soon as I introduced it into my daily plan, I just felt better overall. Following that is lunges. Now, I hate lunges. I would rather somebody chopped off my head than ever have to do a lunge again. If I got arrested for something and I was going to be executed and they said, well, we can either shoot you right in the face or it's death by lunges, I go, well, just shoot me right in the face. Even though death by lunges is probably going to take a long time. It's probably going to take a few years, so I'm extending how long I'm alive for. I can't stand them. I hate them, but they're brilliant. They just are. I never used to do them. Then I started doing them. Walking lunges is my favorite. They are so good for overall leg growth. They really, really are. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do squats. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do leg presses or other isolation exercises, but do some form of a lunge. Again, my favorite is the walking lunge, and I would say you should find a weight that you're able to walk 20 steps in one direction and 20 step backs. That counts as one set. Try and do 4 sets of those. You include that into your routine if you're struggling to get leg growth and you still don't get leg growth. Well, I'm just going to assume you haven't got any legs. Moving on to the next one. Given that we are living in a world where gyms keep closing and some people are locked down and everybody's looking for an exercise that can work wherever you are, whenever you are, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, what I am talking about is the burpee. The horrible, horrible, sucky burpee. Now, if you don't know what a burpee is, I'll make sure there's something on the screen right now so you do know. And look at it. That doesn't look like fun. That doesn't look like pizza and ice cream and nachos. That looks like somebody has asked you to enter hell and you've agreed. Honestly, I hate burpees. They make me want to cry. But let's be honest, right? Not only are they a good body weight exercise for losing fat, because it's still a form of cardiovascular activity, they will strengthen your upper body and your whole body for that matter. Now, I'm not saying it's as good as going to the gym. Sometimes you say these things, I can just go lift a weight. Of course you would. And I would always advocate for that more. But if you are struggling right now and you're looking for an exercise, like a good body weight exercise that will do cardio and will trigger your muscles just a little bit, the burpee has got you covered. They're also literally portable because it's you, so wherever you are, you'll be able to do them, and you can add them in whenever, like you really can. If you've done a leg session, they're good. If you've done a chest session, they're good. If you've done a back session, you're good. If you just finished some cardio and you want to finish off with something else, you can do some burpees. They really are a one exercise fits all. The problem being is that they feel horrible, but the reason they feel horrible is because they're really good for you. So again, if you are looking for something just to get that extra bit of an edge, just throw in, 3 sets of 10 burpees at the end of every workout you do. I tell you, man, you will start hating me. You'll be like, that bald guy told me to do this, and now I've fallen into a routine, and you'll probably find where I live, and you'll stab me in the face. And we finish with another one that you'll always see everywhere. It's so popular, it's like the trend of the day, or the trend of the hour, the trend of the year, and that's walking 10,000 steps. And the reason this is so popular is because it's so easy to do. All you have to do is open your door and go for a walk. And actually getting to 10,000 steps can be quite hard. And when I was doing my bodybuilding competition, and I was kind of in the last few weeks, my PT said to me, keep doing your training, keep doing your cardio, but try and fit 10,000 steps in just because it will push you over the line a little bit. And he's 100% right. It's also going to strengthen your heart because of course it will, and it will help your blood sugar too, just because you're doing something active. So if you're having a rest day, but you want to do something just ensure to keep all your bits and pieces working around, you can just go for a walk. Just go for a walk. And how nice is that? Look at the birds, look at the trees, look at the flowers. I mean, obviously if it's raining, you don't want to do that, but you can't affect the weather. I don't think you're Storm from the X-Men.
Storm, mistress of the elements, commands you to release that child.
If you are a beginner though and you're just starting to work out, the reason I think 10,000 steps is so good is because it primes your brain to get into the routine for doing exercise. There's no intimidation factor there either. You don't have to go to a gym, you don't have to buy a cardio machine, you don't even have to type in home workout. All you have to do for the first couple of weeks is try and go for 10,000 steps every day, whether you're walking to the shop or you're walking wherever. When you have kind of built up the routine, you can start adding little bits in. So it's just a no pressure situation. And while sometimes we do all forget about this, when you go to the gym initially, it can be quite intimidating. Much nicer when you can do it like this. So there you go, some rubbish exercises that I would say that you should do because they will absolutely help. And the main reason they're rubbish is because they're just boring. It's not as fun as taking a heavy weight and throwing it above your head. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell, ding, ding, so you know when other videos are going live. There's another video right there. If you give it a click it, I would massively appreciate it. And I promise you it'll be fun. That's a Simon Miller guarantee. Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, and merchandise is in the description below. Otherwise, just search for Simon Miller 316 on all of those, and I usually come up. Thank you very much for joining me as always. Gerald appreciates it as well, and we will see you soon.